Happy day, air signs. Welcome to your weekly reading for the week of July 16th through July 22nd. I am so very grateful to you for being here with me in this moment. I'm grateful to you for showing up so that you can receive the insight, information, and wisdom that God would have for you to receive as you are going into this new week. I appreciate the support always, and I'm looking forward to what is going to come through for this reading for you all this week. We're going to start with connecting to our breath so that we can just open ourselves up, release what we need to release from our mind so that we can be present and available to receive what wants to flow through. So go ahead and place one hand on your heart space. Start to notice your breath as you're just breathing your regular, normal breathing pattern. Taking gentle breaths in and out through your nose. We'll go ahead and deepen our breath together. So inhale through your nose. And sigh it out. Inhale through your nose. And sigh it out. Inhale through your nose. And sigh it out. Okay, so air signs. As I was meditating before I started recording and just sharing Reiki with you all, the theme for this week's readings is all about receiving yourself. Okay, so I was praying for you guys, sending Reiki, sharing Reiki with you all, and what came through, okay, as I was sharing Reiki and just praying, was the energy of the Jedi. Okay, so if you are familiar with Star Wars, then you know about the Jedi. Myself, I've never seen Star Wars. I've heard of the Jedi, don't really know what their responsibilities are, so I had to go look it up, okay? And the Jedi are the guardians of peace and justice in the Galactic Republic. That's what I read, okay? So the Jedi commit themselves to peace, okay? And so are committed to restoring peace, to ensuring that peace is what stays prevalent within the democracy, within the republic, right? And so whenever it comes to you receiving yourself this week, air signs, Spirit is reminding you, Spirit is speaking to this ability that you have within you to bring about peace, okay, into your own life and into the world. So Spirit is asking you as you step into this week to reflect on and identify the things that you are doing within your life to restore yourself back to this inner peace that has always been dwelling within you. Okay, so it's important for you to, last week we talked about how you were supposed to be, I think it was the Four of Swords that was present for you all last week. And so we talked about how it was time for you to take a step back, just kind of chill out a little bit so that you can really hear, so that you can reflect and hear from yourself, okay? So this week, Spirit is saying, we want you to continue to do a little bit of reflection, and we want you to reflect upon whether or not the actions that you are taking, the words that you are speaking, the thoughts that you are thinking, are they helping you? Are they assisting you in this process of restoring yourself back to this peace that lives within you, okay? If not, then that means you need to do some adjusting. If not, that means that you need to do some, there's some work for you to do so that you can let go of any thought patterns, let go of any sort of language, any words that you may speak over yourself that do not contribute to you living a life of peace, which is what you want, okay? Any actions, whether they're actions that, are against yourself or actions against other people, Are you acting in a way that is assisting you in the process of restoring yourself back to peace and pouring peace into the world? Okay, so there's a little bit of reflecting that you will need to do this week so that you can be honest with yourself and hold yourself accountable, if that is what you're needing to do. So the oracle card that we have here is heartache and loss. Okay, the oracle card that we have here for you, air signs, is heartache and loss. Okay, so what's coming through? I love this because you're coming back home to yourself. You're receiving yourself this week, right? That's what the theme for this week's readings are, is receiving yourself. Okay, so whenever we're looking at the heartache and loss, there's this question that's coming up, okay? And the question that's coming through for you, air signs, is, are you holding on where you could actually be letting go? Are you holding on where you could actually be letting go? Okay, because Spirit wants you to hear that while you are moving through situations in your life, experiences in your life that could be bringing up some heartache, that could be contributing to this grief that you're feeling, right? While you are experiencing those situations and while those moments are coming up, your inability to let go is what keeps you in this energy. Okay? Your inability to let go is what keeps you in this energy. Spirit wants you to hear that this is temporary. This is temporary, okay? And a lot of what you are dealing with right now in the present, I don't even want to say in the present moment, but a lot of the situations that have been unfolding for you are just triggering this heartache and grief that you've been living with for years. Okay, so Spirit is inviting you to come into this present moment because it's the present moment where you will find relief. It's the present moment where you will find respite. Okay, it's the present moment where you will find comfort and peace. Okay, and this peace and this comfort, it will come through you. Okay, it will come through you. So when we talk about receiving yourself, again, going back to the analogy of the Jedi, Spirit wants you to see that you are the Jedi in your own world, and you have a responsibility to restore yourself back to peace, because you are aware, air signs, that holding on has caused you to lose more than what you lost in the past. Okay, and so Spirit is saying, listen, loss is inevitable. Grief, heartache, it's all inevitable. But what the issue is here for you, air signs, is this holding on and this this denying yourself the opportunity to let go so that you can move forward, so that you can dwell and live in peace, so that you can dwell and live in peace, in harmony with yourself and with others. All right. So we have the star. We have the star here, which I love. Okay. We have the star and we have the star. Okay. So what was I just saying about how you are the one responsible for restoring yourself back to this inner peace? Okay. Nobody else can do for you what you should be, could be, can be, have the ability to do for yourself. Okay. You have to go within yourself. You have to look at yourself in the mirror, air signs, regardless of what's going on in your life. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and you have to remind yourself, listen, you are a bad mother. Shut your mouth. Okay. And it's not even about boosting yourself up in an egoic way. It's just reminding yourself of who you are at your core. It's you reminding yourself of the essence of who you are. At your core, you are a peaceful, centered being. Okay? And so Spirit is asking you to reconnect with that light that lives within you so that you can allow that light to bring you back home to yourself, right? We're talking about receiving ourselves. So you want, air signs, it's your light. It's your light that's going to bring you back home. It's your light that's going to restore you, okay? It's your light that's going to restore you. So, and that's what the star is speaking to. The star is speaking to the fact that you are the answer, okay? You are the answer. It's not getting back what you think you've lost. It's not dwelling over what you've lost. That's not the answer. Getting back what you've lost is not the answer. You are the answer, air signs. And then we have the Ace of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands, okay? So Spirit is really trying to drive home for you right now, air signs, that this message, this message of you are the one, okay? If you are going to experience joy once again, if you are going to experience happiness once again, if you are going to experience bliss once again, you are the one who is going to give that to yourself, okay? So we have the Ace of Wands, we have the star, and then we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, and through the Ace of Wands, there's this power. Spirit is speaking to your power. Spirit is saying, listen, you air signs have been trying to, a lot of your power has come from external things, people, right? You've used, in the past, you've used manipulation. You've used manipulation as a way to get people to feed into you, right? And so in receiving yourself, a part of receiving yourself is holding yourself accountable. Okay. And so through the Ace of Wands, what I'm hearing is that it's time for you to drop the manipulative behavior. Okay. Because there are even times where you do things to try to manipulate yourself. And Spirit is saying, when you know who you are, you don't have to manipulate yourself. When you know who you are, you don't put yourself in situations where you have to use manipulation to try to get what you want, because you are the answer. You are giving yourself what it is that you need, okay? You are building yourself up. Okay, when we talk about confidence, when we talk about self-esteem, are you building yourself up? It's you. You have the words, you have the wisdom within you, okay, to encourage yourself, to build yourself up, to empower yourself. So this week, Spirit is really asking you, air signs, to build yourself up, okay? To build yourself up. You've been struggling or staying in the energy of like, woe is me, oh, I feel so bad for myself. You've been living in that energy. You've been dwelling in that energy, okay? And Spirit is saying to you that it's time. Spirit wants you to hear that now is the only time for you to shift. Now is the only time for you to change, okay? And so the change is up to you, Ace of Wands. The change is up to you. Tap into your creative self. Tap into your confident self. Tap into yourself so that you can restore your confidence, okay? Because there's even like this, through heartache and loss, it's like you lost confidence in yourself. Whoever it was you lost, or whatever it was you lost in the past, that caused you to lose confidence in yourself, okay? But Spirit is saying, listen, in order for your confidence to be restored, you have to start building yourself up. You have to start looking to yourself for that, in order for that to happen. And then we have the Nine of Coins. The Nine of Coins. So with the Nine of Coins, Spirit wants to help you, wants to assist you in the process of bringing you back into this space of living a well-balanced life, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, physically, in every aspect of your life. Okay, Spirit wants you to assist you in the process of living a well-balanced life. Will you open yourself up to that? Okay, will you open yourself up to receiving help? To receiving help from the universe, to receiving help from God in this process? Because what I'm hearing is that you need to make a decision. You need to choose to turn to this greater power that lives within you. You need to make a decision to turn to that greater power to assist you. Okay, so checking yourself this week, air signs. Where's your help coming from? Where's your help coming from? Are you relying on God to help you, to assist you? Or are you, or not, right? And so you have access. Listen, we want to keep looking at the Nine of Coins for a second, because with this image of the bird she's holding, what I'm hearing too is that, air signs, you have access to wisdom. You have access to divine truth, to divine knowledge, but are you accessing it? Okay, again, it comes through you. This wisdom, this knowledge, this insight, it comes through you. A part of receiving that insight, a part of receiving that knowledge, a part of receiving that wisdom, okay, means trusting yourself. Okay, Ace of Wands. In order for you to create the change, you have to begin to trust yourself. Okay, let go of whatever mistakes you've made in the past so that you can begin to trust yourself. Okay, instead of seeing those things as mistakes, see them as lessons. See them as lessons. See them as opportunities that have been presented to you. See them as situations that you went through so that you could learn. See them as lessons that were orchestrated by you to help you evolve, okay, into your higher self, into your greatest self, into your most authentic self. All right? Spirit is asking you to look at things from a higher perspective in order to come into this space of balance. Okay, the Nine of Coins, you need to look at things from a higher perspective. All right, you need to look at things from a higher perspective. So that means meditating, getting into meditation, really setting aside some time each day to meditate, to listen, to observe, to witness your thoughts, the thoughts that are keeping you in this space, so that you can see them, identify them, and surrender them and let them go, so that the higher thoughts can come in and help you ground back into yourself, so that the higher thoughts can come in and help you receive yourself, okay? Because who are you? What did we say at the beginning? You are the Jedi. You are, air signs, you are the ones who contribute, who bring about, who have the ability to pour peace into this world in ways that a lot of other people can't. So are you going to give yourself permission to step into that? Or are you going to continue to do the things that have kept you in spaces that you don't necessarily want to be in anymore? Okay? Gemini, your clarifying card is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands. Gemini, your clarifying card is the Page of Wands. And I feel like for you, Gemini, the Page of Wands is speaking to this idea that your innocence, how you, Receive it. Okay. Yes, Gemini, receive it. Oh, I love that for you. I love that for you. Just take a deep breath in, Gemini, and exhale. Okay. The Page of Wands, Gemini, is speaking to you how your thoughts about people in the world are being restored. Your faith in people, okay, is being restored. You're returning back to like the lens that you're beginning to look at the world through. It's like you're stepping back into like that innocent way of viewing people in the world. You're really beginning to see people and see the world through eyes of love, which is necessary in order for you to be a peacemaker, in order for you to be an individual who serves as a vessel for peace to flow through. You have to see the world through the lens of love. You can't look at the world through a judgmental lens any longer, Gemini, okay? And so the Page of Wands is really just speaking to like this carefree energy. And it's speaking to this like this confident you. You are a confident being, but your confidence was in people rather than your confidence being in God, rather than your confidence being in the divine. Your confidence was in people, and so your confidence is being restored, okay? Your innocence is being restored. So Gemini, you're coming into this space of really being balanced and seeing things from a higher perspective, right? Kids can see things from a higher perspective. They have the ability to see. Adults usually don't have the ability to see because they're so distracted. But so for you, Gemini, the other part of that is, are you living a distracted life right now? Are there vices that you're holding on to that are distracting you from hearing clearly, from seeing clearly? If so, it's time to give those up. Smoking, drinking, excessive sexual relations. It's time to give all of that up. Whatever it is, social media, if you're spending too much time on social media, Gemini, it's time for you to give that up so that you can let go of the distractions, so that you can see clearly, and so that you can hear clearly. Aquarius, your clarifying card is the Four of Wands. Lots of Wands energy in here, okay? We have the Ace of Wands, we got the Page of Wands, now we have the Four of Wands. Aquarius, your clarifying card is the Four of Wands. Aquarius, the Four of Wands for you is speaking to, I'm seeing the word hope. Okay, I'm seeing the word hope. Aquarius, you have to get away from the media. You have to get away from the news outlets. You have to get away from the media. Again, for you, if you're spending a whole lot of time on social media, you need to take a step back away from listening to the news. Okay, if you have conversations with people in your life about what's going on in the world, right? And those conversations are mostly focused on the negative, the bad, and the bad that's going on in the world, you need to dismiss yourself from those conversations, okay? Because what's happening, Aquarius, is you are taking on other people's perspectives, and so then it's causing you to not have faith in humanity, okay? But with the Four of Wands, we see clearly that at your core, Aquarius, you are a humanitarian. You are a humanitarian. You are someone who loves humanity. You are someone who wants to see, who believes in the best in people. You enjoy bringing out the best in people. But when you are so distracted, okay, when you are so distracted by the negative noise, you tend to fall away from that faith and hope, okay? And so the Four of Wands is just reminding you that a lot of your heartache and a lot of the heartache and that you experience, Aquarius, has everything to do with you allowing these negative thoughts and perspectives to keep you separated from your most authentic self, which is someone who, at your essence, at your core, you are someone who thrives in community. You are someone who thrives, again, in being connected to other people and helping other people see the best in themselves, okay? And so you are a peacemaker. You are one of those Jedi, Aquarius. You are a Jedi. You are someone who assists in the process of restoring peace in the world. But if you are judging the world, if you've lost all faith and hope in humanity, then you can't contribute to the peace. You can't contribute to restoring the peace, okay? And what that does for you, Aquarius, is it sends you into depression. It makes you anxious, not because of what's going on in the world, but because you aren't contributing in the way that you know you're supposed to be contributing, okay? Libra, your clarifying card is the Sun. And every time I pull the Sun, I hear the Beatles song, "Here Comes the Sun." Da-na-na-na. Okay, your clarifying card, Libra, is the Sun. All right, so talk about restoring peace. Talk about restoring peace. Okay, talk about restoring peace. Libra, for you, it's all about doing some inner child work this week. It's all about connecting with your inner child, okay? And asking your inner child, what do you need from me? What do you need from me? What do you need me as the adult to surrender? What do you need me as the adult to let go of, right? Because it's not your inner child that's holding on. It's your mind that's holding on, right? Your mind has taken experiences from the past and is using those experiences of the past to dictate how you interact with the world, Libra. And so for you, it's connecting with your inner child and asking your inner child, what do you need me to let go of? Show me the experiences, show me the moments in time that existed in the past. Show me what it is I need to let go of so that I can let go of it, so that I can dwell in this peaceful energy. Okay? So that you can dwell in this peaceful energy, Libra, because, and here's the thing, Libra, you sometimes you tend to have this thought in your mind that there's nothing from your past that, I don't know, that contributed to how does this want to come through? You tend to ignore, Libra, that even the little things, right? You tend to ignore the effect. That's what I'm trying to say. You tend to ignore that things from your past have had an effect on you. And so because you ignore that, you tend to repeat cycles. Okay? So you're being called to step out of these cycles, but how you do that is by being honest with yourself. Okay? So for you, Libra, it's like you just have to get honest with yourself, because if you can't get honest with yourself, you're going to continue to repeat those cycles. All right? You're going to continue to repeat those cycles, which are just keeping you separated from this energy. All right? So air signs, thank you so much for being present with me this week and for receiving these words that were shared through this reading. If you would like to receive a more personal reading, you can use the link in the description box to sign up and book your appointment. If you would like to join me for the weekly group meditation that I host every Thursday evening, you can also use the link in the description box to sign up for that. I have also linked in a Reiki meditation that I shared here to YouTube. And so it's focusing on receiving yourself. So it's in alignment with this reading. And so that's also in the description box, and it's just a 10-minute meditation. And so you can tune in for that as well. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.